Yo, what's up, guys? It's your man MK, and today we are reacting to Kratos versus Sun Wukong. Who would win? Now, Kratos has to be one of my favorite, if not my favorite, video game characters. Like, Kratos is that nigga, bruh. I played every single God of War and beat every single one. And Sun Wukong, I can't wait for this nigga game to come out, bro. I am going to, oh my god. But I want to see who's gonna win this. When I think about, like, some people don't understand how strong both of these characters are. Like, both of these niggas can really fuck some shit up. But I ain't gonna hold y'all boys any longer. Let's just go ahead and get right into the video now.
Versus Wukong. In the matchup between two characters who became gods that not even death itself can stop from reaching their goals. And even when gods try and rise against them, all of them fall. One becoming the god of war, and the other becoming the fighting Buddha. But now it's time for these two gods to go head to head. So who would win between the mortal who reached the gods versus the monkey who reached nirvana? Who would win between Kratos versus Sun Wukong? Kratos, a Spartan warrior who was betrayed by the god of war Ares into killing his entire family, and now wants revenge on all the gods. Kratos begged the god of war Ares to save his life in exchange for his, with Ares burning the blades of chaos into his skin as the constant reminder to give his life, with Ares tricking Kratos into killing his entire family. And now his vow changed. He's not going to give his life to Ares, he's going to take his. Kratos is killed by Ares before he could obtain the power of the gods, but not even death can stop Kratos as he climbs out of hell and opens Pandora's box. And now it's time to make history. Kratos versus Ares. Mortal versus God. In the end, Kratos is able to do the impossible, becoming the first mortal in history to kill a god. Kratos later becomes the god of war and once again is betrayed by the gods and killed by his father Zeus, and he falls into Hades. But death can have Kratos when it earns him, and now his vow has changed once again. He's not going to kill just one god. He's going to kill all of them. Kratos is so strong that he's able to burn a primordial god's son whose existence predates the universe and is the father of the cosmos. He killed the god of time Kronos, whose birth alone created time throughout the infinite universe, and is the father of the king of the gods. Poseidon can defeat Atlas, who can hold the entire infinite multiverse on his back, and if he lets go, everything is destroyed. But this same Poseidon begs for his life in the face of Kratos, and his death drowned the entire Earth.
We know what's gonna happen right now.
Of fate who are stated to have infinite speed and gains the ability to time travel and goes back in time to kill Zeus. Can resist getting his soul taken by Hades, taking his weapons, and can now reap the souls of any of his enemies. Kills the sun god Helios, ripping off his head and using it as a weapon. And his blades of chaos that can burn in a place where fire cannot exist. Killing the primordial god of death who waged war and death before time even existed. Gains the power of rage from Prometheus, amplifying his anger and hatred toward the gods and sparking his Spartan rage. Kills Hermes and rips off his wings, with Hermes being so fast that he's able to dodge Helios' light that is stated to light up the infinite underworld, granting him infinite speed. Kratos fights against his father, the king of the gods Zeus, and kills both him and Gaia by impaling Zeus in Gaia's heart. Kratos impales himself with the blade of Olympus and falls over the mountain cliff. But it's not over. We see Kratos years later in the Norse mythology, but he's stronger than ever, as he was able to kill the god of light Balder, who was able to knock out the world serpent in only 3 punches, with Jormungandr being a giant snake that in his battle with Thor shook all 9 realms and splintered the world tree, with the Yggdrasil being a tree that holds all of creation and whose branches are infinite, with it being stated that the tree transcends space and time, with Balder's death causing a snowstorm Fimbulwinter in 4 realms for 3 years straight, with Kratos being able to kill Heimdall, who can literally see into the future, but all he saw was his death. Kratos fights against Thor himself, with his Leviathan axe being stated to rival the power of Mjolnir, with his blades of chaos being far beyond them. And even while holding back, can beat all of them, including the king of the gods Odin, and now stands atop
That's crazy. He killed these gods, and he wasn't even going all out. This nigga was holding back. I just want niggas to think about that, bro. Like, that is ridiculous.
Mythologies, being the god of war with nobody left to kill. Kratos would scale to complex multiversal with infinite speed. But how does this compare to the Monkey King? Sun Wukong, a god infatuated with life and wisdom, vows he will never lose it. No matter how many ascend upon him, the Monkey King will not die. Being born from a rock enveloped in the energies of heaven and earth, and whose eyes can pierce the clouds of heaven, in Wukong's journey to the west, he became the most unkillable being in existence, with Wukong gaining multiple layers of immortality by practicing Tao, eating pills of longevity, and eating an entire garden of heaven peaches, with just a single one of these heaven peaches granting another layer of immortality, and he ate the entire garden. With Wukong going as far as to go down into hell and cross his name out of the book of death. But Wukong's immortality is just the beginning of your problems. Wukong has the ability to shapeshift into literally anything he wants. With his ability called 72 transformations, he has 72 lives. And every time someone tries to kill him, it only makes him stronger. This is seen when the gods of heaven tried every method in existence to kill Sun Wukong, even the de-immortalizing furnace, but all it did was make the Monkey King stronger. Sun Wukong has the ability to literally copy his opponent's strength, with this ability only being limited to his imagination, which is absolutely ridiculous. Each hair on Sun Wukong's body, 84,000 to be exact, can turn into literally anything he wants. He can take one of his hairs and make an entire universe, and even better, can make a copy of his opponents, or even a copy of himself. That's right, Wukong can literally make 84,000 copies of himself, with those copies being able to make copies, meaning theoretically Wukong can make an infinite amount of himself, with each one of these copies having countless layers of immortality, and you have to kill every single one of them 72 times, and each time you try and kill them, they only get stronger. With Wukong going up to heaven and defeating 600 gods, 28 of which were constellation gods, and he was able to lift the entire infinite Milky Way galaxy over his head. With Wukong only being defeated and sealed by the Buddha himself, but 500 years later the sage equal to heaven has returned. Wukong has gotten even stronger as he's able to defeat entities that can destroy all of existence with a whistle, and was able to catch and hold up Mount Sumeru with one arm, which is stated in Buddhism to be a mountain that holds up the infinite cosmic sky. When Wukong completes his journey to the west, he reaches perfection, with Wukong being able to reach the remainder stage of nirvana, which is described as being beyond all concepts and limitations, existing as a boundless entity beyond everything. With this remainder stage of nirvana transcending the god realms and formless realms, with the formless realms being stated to have no direction and no physical form, putting them above dimensionality itself, as they are above the mortal universe, making this realm outerversal in nature, with the god realms transcending these realms, and nirvana is above that. Reaching just the remainder stage of nirvana grants him 3 layers into outerversal, but then he was able to do it. At the end of the journey to the west, he was brought before Buddha himself and transcended to the complete stage of nirvana, becoming the sage over
Wukong
heaven,
is broken.
the fighting Buddha, Buddha Wukong. Wukong reaching this final stage of nirvana makes him more powerful than bodhisattvas, which are beings that have reached this incomplete stage of nirvana, and it's stated that Buddhas are incomprehensible to them, being part of the transcendent. The transcendent is the idea of being above all worlds, never returning to anything lower, meaning an infinite hierarchy of outerversal beings, with Buddha Wukong looking down at all of them. With Wukong at this point being all-knowing, all-powerful, omnipresent, and omnipotent, Sun Wukong scales to high outerversal with irrelevant speed. I'm not gonna lie guys, I don't think anybody thinks this is close. Forget Kratos, Sun Wukong slaps the entire verse silly. To put it into perspective, the gap in strength between Kratos and Wukong, think of it like this. If there was a scale that goes from 0 to infinity, Kratos would be at a 5. And Sun Wukong would be above the entire scale. And in terms of abilities, it's not even close, as Wukong can literally make 84,000 versions of himself, or even 84,000 versions of Kratos, with each of these versions being able to match Kratos' strength and has multiple layers of immortality. In the end, Kratos challenged and lost to a fighter that was superior to him. And to make it worse, he was just a monkey. right? What's up, guys? It's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And make sure you guys go follow.
Broken. Sun Wukong beats everyone and everything. This was a cool little video. I really wanted to see what their take on this was going to be, because we all know what Kratos can do, but not a lot of people know about Sun Wukong, and the game is coming out, so you know, which we will be playing on this channel, by the way. Hopefully I don't only make one video on it, but the original video will be the first link down below in the description box below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.